11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think Ferrara won it. Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano. Using the ropes, the stadium. Smile from Sammy crashing out. Oh, count
And thanks for joining me live, and those will be joining me on the archive, this style here. Make sure you hit the like button if you're listening on the archive. Make sure you share the video on all your social media platforms. If you agree, disagree, whatever the case is, too bad. This is my take. Let's go. Anyway, let me show you who has never taken a knee, especially a voluntary knee. It's never happened.
With his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, wearing black with white, also weighing in at 197.6 pounds. In his professional career, 54 victories, including 36 big wins by knockout, only one defeat with 2 draws, and he's undefeated for 6 years, and considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best in the world. He's the former 2-time light middleweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, the reigning, defending super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, representando al gran campeón, Saúl Canelo.
I'll show you another guy that's another guy's never been in. He's never done it.
Man, that nigga was that Japanese guy was insane.
Never has in a way been the knee either, right? It's never happened. All right. What's going on to shit? Kind of how you going? Boxing, Alexander Wilson, how's it going, brother? Boxing is up to its usual BS antics. He says, keep the comments rolling. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you haven't already, like I said, hit the like button and all that good stuff. Luck. So, like, where do we even start? JC, how's it going, brother? Where do we even start? We already have the Cavalry's come out to defend the PR team, none of which get any money from Tank, by the way, but they're coming out and they're defending Tank and this pick, Leonard Allerby leading the charge. We told you Lamont Roach was good. It's called the spin. Lamont was so good. He was such a good opponent. Now, Lamont Roach was a good opponent, but it wasn't the guy we wanted to see him fight. He wasn't fighting the other best in the weight class, right? He was bringing up a dude from 130 pounds. He thought he was in he tried to pull a fast one. Cherry pick gone wrong. That's what this was, okay? It was a cherry pick that went wrong. Tank was a heavy favorite coming into this fight. I tried to put a bet for Tank by knockout, which thankfully I didn't do, but because the odds are so horrible that even if you did a prop bet knockout with Tank, like round 7 to 12, you still didn't get even odds. That's how much of a favorite this dude was going to this fight. Lamont Roach, good fighter, but guess what? I mean, he lost to Jamal Herring at one point. Herring beat him, right? If anybody else lost to dude that lost to Herring, we'll never hear the rest of it, right? But it was a draw. It was a draw. A draw. I thought Lamont Roach won this fight as is, so that's my opinion. That alone is not why I'm saying this is a robbery. There was some close rounds there you can argue with for Tank or Roach, close. What makes it a robbery is the fact that that was a draw, and if that knockdown was counted, Roach would have won. What are we doing? I never seen such a debacle in my life. I mean, my God, did they freaking shaft Lamont Roach? I mean, they shafted that dude, bro. They did him dirty. There's no other way to put it. To every corner of the earth, if you could hear me, he was shafted. Man, they shot like, bro, they screwed over Lamont Roach. They like, I mean, what they did to this dude is crazy. He bent the knee. I had my hand done, and I had grease. I had grease in my hair. I had grease, and the grease fell into my eye, my eye. I needed to wipe out my eye. There's no timeouts in boxing, bro. What are we doing? You took a knee. You took a timeout. The grease fell in my eye. The grease fell in my eye. My eye. Like wipe my eye, coach. What are we doing here? There's no timeouts. Like timeout. I have something in my eye. What are we doing here, bro? And it's just in the middle of the eye, he gets punched. He gets hit. He gets punched in the face, and he takes a knee. Oh, my eye. The grease was in my eye. Like the fuck out. And what does his hand have to do with anything? I have my hand done, and the grease fell in my eye. And you know what that is? Like, what the fuck does your hand have to do with the eye? Is it me, or are you just trying to come up with a bullshit reason for taking that damn knee? Oh, like, well, my hand, I had my hand done, and then the grease fell in my eye. The grease fell in my eye, my eye. Ah, my eye. Coach, my eye. I would show it, but I don't want to get a copyright. But you guys, I'm sure you've seen it. He takes a knee. The ref starts to count. Then he stops the count. He gets up. He doesn't go to the ref. He's not following the ref's instructions. He goes over to the corner so they could wipe his face. His corner gets on the ring apron. Not only did he take a knee, he's shown signs of resignation by getting away from the referee to get his face wiped out, right? And then he's arguing with the ref afterwards. I'm like, well, what is going on here? And what happened to the count? And he just continues the action like it's no big deal. Nah, bro, like this isn't acceptable. That is a knockdown. You should be able to review that and determine that is a knockdown. So we're gonna do the -1 on Tank for that round. And if you do that, Roach wins that. Okay, Roach wins the fight. He wins by 1 point on 2 of the cards. You could objectively speaking, you could reverse that. That's not subjective. That's not up into interpretation. That is a knockdown. That was a voluntary knee that he took. All right. And everybody knows it, right? All the other stuff is just extra. The whole he should have been disqualified for the corner getting on the ring apron, and let's just put that aside. I wouldn't go that far myself, but that should be a knockdown. I get the technicality of the disqualification, but we've seen guys, Cintron Martinez, Floyd Judah, we've seen it happen, right? But in this case, yes, we could point that out. It adds to the craziness of it. It adds to how bad he got shafted. But the knockdown in itself is a legitimate knockdown. They should count it, and then you alter the score, and then that makes Roach the winner of the fight. So he legitimately wins the fight if you count the legitimate knockdown. And this wasn't like a flash knockdown where the glove just touched and it was hard to catch. Maybe the ref missed it. No, there was nothing to miss. The ref clearly saw him take a knee. He clearly acknowledged that happened. He communicated with Tank, right? I don't think he starts talking to Tank, and I don't, bro. What are we doing, dude? One of the worst jobs from a referee I have ever seen in my life, ever. Hit the like button if you haven't already. By the way, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the support. But this is one of the most horrible, horrific things I've ever seen, bro. A shot referee could have called that knockdown. This wasn't something where you have to have quick reflexes to catch, or you really have to be like, the ref could have literally not been paying attention. He could have been checking out the ring girl, and then in the corner of his eye, see Tank take a knee and countered it. Like, this was not something difficult. We cannot blame this on a ref being shot. We cannot blame this on incompetence. Okay, actually, I'll take that back. There's a lot of incompetence going on. But I will take it a step further, because I'm saying he hooked up Tank Davis. What's the name of that ref? Somebody put the name in the chat. I forgot the name of the referee, but everybody likes this ref because, you know why they like him? No, not because he does a great job in the ring and makes the right calls. No, because he has crazy reactions when fighters are fighting, right? So that's why he's people's favorite ref. Oh, because when somebody punches each other, he does this. Like, he makes crazy faces. He does that, like when they're fighting. He's like a fan when they fight. You know what I mean? Like, so he's my favorite referee because I like Willis. Thank you. I like his expressions. He's so funny. He does what I do on my couch in the middle of the fight. It's like, yeah, he likes the violence and he really likes it. I like his expressions. Well, that doesn't make somebody a good referee. A good referee would have said, hey, wait, come here. 1, 2, 3, hey, Tank, where are you going? Hey, you do it again, I'm going to disqualify your fighter. Authority in the ring. You're the authority in the ring. Oh, but he makes funny faces when guys punch each other, so all is forgiven, right? Oh, but he's my favorite ref because look at his expressions. I like refs that enforce the rules. I like referees that know the rules. I like referees that control the action and they're an authority, right? And we don't even notice that they're there most of the time. It's inevitable. Eventually we'll notice them. But this dude's like all up, like he wants to be the show. And I never really had an issue with the dude, but this was horrible, bro. This is one of the worst calls I've ever seen from a referee, or non-calls I've ever seen ever. This one was bad. My God, did he hook him up? He hooked him up. I mean, the hookup was at a whole nother level. Oh, but Willis, he makes funny faces. So, I mean, but what about the faces he makes when guys like, did you see that one face he made when Charlo landed an uppercut? Or did you see what he did, when Danny Garcia landed a hook? Man, he was like, Like, okay, he looks like a raving lunatic, okay, with his eyes popping out, okay? The dude has like dull eyes watching the fight, right? Looking like a raving lunatic, okay, in the middle of action. So, okay, I guess he's a good ref because of that. And that's why he's a favorite referee of all these people, right? All these people on the internet, oh, that's my favorite referee. Why? All these boxing fans, oh, he's my favorite referee because he makes faces. He's so fun to look at. Was it fun to see him rip off Lamar Roach of a knockdown? That they need to put that on the record books. That was a knockdown. It should count as a knockdown. It should need to reverse the decision. It's the right thing to do. You don't need to rescore it. Leave it the way it is. Count the knockdown. That's a knockdown. That's reviewable 100%, and it should count. And what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What about when a judge didn't count the knockdown? Marcus Pacquiao won. He scored a 10-7. It should have been 10-6 true, and they should have overturned it. Reviewable, easily reviewable, done. Gervonta knee Davis. He bent the knee. He submitted to Lamar. And that was a street fight. And you're I got grease in my eye. I got grease in my eye. You turn around and you take a knee, right? You bend the knee to the person in front of you. You submit it to them, right? And he goes over to get his, because my hand on my eye. Coach, help me, ref. And if you do anything wrong, what are we having a chat about? What's going on? What are we doing? Gervonta knee Davis. By the way, like, does he have a new name? Did he become a Muslim? What happened to that? Is he still Muslim, or did he like decide not to be a Muslim? Like, I don't get it. Right? Let me see the post. Did the poster say his new name or just Tank? Let's see. I don't know about if this thing hurries up, but yeah, it still says Gervonta Tank Davis. What happened to him being a Muslim, bro? Wasn't he a Muslim? Am I tripping? Like, wasn't Roach? Wasn't Tank a Muslim now? He changed his name and all that. Like, Ali didn't do that. Like, I'm not Cassius Clay. Call me Muhammad Ali. Then, like a week later, it's a Cassius Clay again. Like, what are we doing, bro? I guess it was just a gimmick. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm like, what the fuck was he called? Like Schwab or Muhammad Schwab? I don't remember what the fuck he called himself, but Wahid. His name was Wahid. So it was. It never is. Like, didn't he like officially change it? Like, I just don't like. I don't get it. You know what I mean? So I guess he's not a Muslim. Okay. I don't care, but I just remember like it was like a big thing. Oh, I'm Wahid now. Wahid Swab or whatever the fuck he called himself, right? Anyway, so Tank Davis bent the knee to Lamar Roach. I thought Lamar Roach won the fight, but okay. But him being shafted of that knockdown was just absolutely atrocious. And this whole like, oh, I had something in my eye. Like, give me a break, bro. All right. Can't even get a story straight. Oh, I had my hand done, this and that. Oh, my eye, grease in my eye. Abdul Wahid bent the knee, bro. Lamar Roach made him bend the knee, submitted to Lamar Roach, right? It was a form of submission. That's what that was, right? And so he bent the knee to his king, Lamar Roach. Roach is just peppering the shit out of this dude. And I remember watching, right? I'm like, this is your guy? This is it? This is your dude? This is your champion? Have you guys seen the movie Troy? Where the Spartan king, like his wife leaves him, Helen, right? And he's going to go get her because he wants to kill her now, right? And he wants to kill Paris for taking this girl. Paris took her to Troy, right? And Paris is like, well, I'll fight you for hand. Like, I'll fight you for her. I love her, right? So anyway, the Spartan king, I forget his name, beats the shit out of him, right? Beats the living shit out of the dude, right? Is about to kill him, right? Then Paris gets up and he starts to crawl over to Hector for help, right? The king looks up where he knows Helen's at and he says, This is what you left me for. And she's just all she could do like this, she just has a look of disappointment. Paris's father's like, fight him, son. Fight him, son. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's how I want to speak to the Tank fans that for all these years been telling me these guys could beat prime Roberto Duran. This is your champion. This is your dude. The guys that's been shedding on undisputed champions. The guy's fighting for the belt. The top guys fighting each other. He's been cherry picking his opponents, giving us every reason why it's not the right time to make any of these fights. Shakur, why do we got to fight Shakur for? We'll beat him anyway. Who cares? I mean, it doesn't matter, bro. Shakur. It's so obvious that I'll beat him that we don't got to do it anyway. That's what we're told. Right? It's so obvious that you'll beat him. Do we really need to see it? You know what I mean? Like, Alex said, that's what Alex Hetback was saying. Like, oh, yeah, Tank, he could easily beat these guys, so why don't you have to see it? Tank Davis is the greatest thing of all time. Rip. That's what I told him. When I get down and I kiss his boots, when I take his shoes off and I sniff the shoes he's been walking on the whole day, I want to tell him that. He gives me exclusives. This is on his setback. Reporting. I know Tank taste. Do you guys know Tank taste? I can report on it. I have everybody in the media talking about it by tomorrow. Okay, fuck out his setback, and all the dudes have been riding the horses for Tank, okay? Do a 180 and get the fuck out, right? Y'all been sounding bill of goods, and it was exposed last night. All right? That's what happened. There's a cherry pick gone wrong. Is what this was. And I called it yesterday. What they're going to come out and say, well, we told you, you guys are wrong. We told you that he's been fighting the best of the best, and Roach is one of the best. So, yeah, how about you go, you know what? He bent the knee to Lamont Roach, just so you know. Like I'm just going to tell you right now, shout out to Ryan Yogi. Says there was some dirty antics going on by Tank too. He was thrown. So my thing is, I understand what you guys are talking about, but like the one big thing is the very obvious knockdown, right? Was the one main thing. So now Abdul Wahid, right, gets his very, very favorable treatment. And I'm just looking at that. I'm like, yo, man, I don't understand what this is about here. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, it helps support the channel. It takes a moment. If you have the chat up, just there's a little X, bring it down. You'll see the like, hit the like, and then you can bring the chat back up, right? Roach deserves the win because he won. And it's very easily reviewable. And it can easily do, okay, the knockdown, it was a knockdown, it should have counted. Boom. Done. The way I see it. And of course, it goes without saying the rematch as well. What's going on to Santo Media Skywalker Boxing Media in the building? Jake the Snake. Got Jake the Snake here, people. That was running out of lights of fights to have that wasn't against the top. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of these little talking points, he'll destroy everybody anyway, are gone. That went away. It doesn't matter to me that the Tank struggle. It doesn't matter to me that if fighters lose, but it's the fan bases and the way they act. Like a dude's unbeatable. We don't have to see the fights. The guy, it was like 700-0 in fights, bro, against all opposition from all eras. Those people telling me that this guy could just destroy Aaron Pryor. They were telling me that Roberto Duran wouldn't stand a chance against this guy. He was going around saying, I'm more skilled than Floyd Mayweather, bro. I mean, I'm more skilled than Floyd for real. For real? Nah. But Steve Willis, people are okay with it because he makes weird faces during the fights. Right? Who's your favorite ref? Steve Willis. Why? Because he makes cool faces, bro. When Danny landed that hook and he went, woo! Like dull eyes and shit popping out. Like, you know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, that's so cool. I like how he makes faces. Give a fuck. Like, how about you call the action right, dude? Hey, Skywalker, are you available, brother? I'll send you a link if you want to jump on for a little bit. Give your thoughts if you want, if you're free. This is only for Skywalker Boxing Media, by the way. All right? Oh, but Steve Willis, he makes cool faces. He makes crazy faces. He's so cool. I don't want guys to be cool. I don't want it to be weird. I just want it to call the action and be fair and be assertive. Right? Have authority in that ring. That's what it is. You need to command the ring. How am I going to let Tank decide that it's time to take a break because I have grease. I have grease in my eye. I have grease. My hand. Oh, no, the grease. You took a knee. Why? Well, I had my hand. My hand was done the other day, and then I have grease in my eye. The grease. I think it dawned on him like the hand thing ain't cutting it, brother. Yeah, grease. Oh, hold on, Steve Willis. Time out. I need to take a knee here. I need to go to my. I'll be back. Okay, hold on. Wipe my face, coach. I said, hold on, Steve Willis. Okay, what do you got to say? Let's have a little bit of a chat right now. All right. Tank, are you done with your break? What happened to the crazy faces when Tank was doing all that? Why do you go? Like, why did you do that and then call him out? Should have been a knockdown. People are arguing, rightfully so, that you could have called that a disqualification. Look, I'm not going to go that far because technically Cintron should have been disqualified against Martinez because of that. Floyd should have been disqualified when Roger got in the ring in his Abjuda fight. But there's some ref discretion when it comes to that, right? I get it. I see many cases where they jump on the ring apron and it's not called, right? I seen that like with the Maldrick Taylor Chavez fight. Like people make that argument. Hey, it's just corner man jumped in the corner. I don't want a fighter to win because the corner man jumped in the ring apron. It's kind of a cheap way. Like if you're a fighter, you want to win that way. You know what I mean? I argue he won legitimately. He won without like that's my thing. He won without the disqualification argument. He beat him in my opinion, right? But okay, fine. They scored how they scored it. It's a draw, majority draw, but those two draws are flipped to a win for Roach if you call it a knockdown. Miller now, thank you, Appletop. I forgot his name. But Tank Davis is acting like freaking. He was acting like Paris, bro. When he went crawling over to Hector, like he went crawling back to his fucking corner. Wipe my face. The grace. The grace. Like, what are we doing, bro? Go watch Paris crawl over. When he's on his knees, he bends the knees to Milanaz. I can't even pronounce that dude's name. Milanaz. I don't even know. If I hear it, I'll get it, but it's whatever. But my thing is, Paris. He was like Paris crawling to Hector, grabbing his leg and shit. You know what I mean? I got wings. I was my eye. Help me, coach. You need anything else, Tank? Need some berries too, or what? Like, anything else we could do for you? You want a masseuse? What do you need, Tank? Anything else? Is there anything else, Tank? Like anything else you need? Time out. I need a break. My eye. Crawling over this corner like Paris did to Hector and shit. Oh, my eye. What a disaster that whole thing was. That is one of the worst performances of a ref I've ever seen it around. Ever. Then he's upset because people booed at his response. Why did you take a knee? It killed my hand. I had my hand the other day, and then there was something in my eye. My eye. The grease was in my eye. Hit the like button, by the way, if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys being here. This was not going to be a very long video. All right? So if you haven't already, if you guys can hit the like button, it would be much appreciated. And I agree with this comment. C. Will is definitely to blame. I wish I knew why he let him go get streaming in the corner. What's the rules here? You're not supposed to go back. Like it's. They always go over the rules with them. A fighter knows you got to keep your eye on. When you get back up, you look at the referee and you follow his commands. This dude's totally ignoring everything. Like he ignored his opponent, the ref, the rules, everybody. He just took a knee. He went over there and crawling over like Paris did to Hector and shit, right? And please wipe my eye. So that's just crazy to me. What's the worst referee moment in boxing? Tony Weeks stepping in the Rolly Barroso fight. Richard Steele ending the Chavez Jr. Taylor fight in 2 seconds left. Or Willis not calling the knockdown. I would say the latter is the worst one of all. The former is pretty bad too because Raleigh was not landing punches. I mean, I don't. But at least you could argue that maybe 20 Weeks was shot and there was just a lot of punches being thrown in the moment to stop it. I mean, you could make a better argument in that case. In this case, it's clear to see he takes a knee, and you don't even need fast reaction time to react to that. It's not required for you to like react very quickly in that situation. My grandmother could have been like, "At that, I'm sorry, thank you." You know what I mean? Like, let's see, one, 2. You know what I mean? Easy. Like, the Chavez Taylor fight is a little bit complicated because Taylor was not looking at the ref. I don't think I would have stopped it, but Richard Steele was there, and the corner man of Tater was being distracting, and it's just a very unfortunate situation, but it's more debatable. This was not debatable. Anyone who doesn't agree with this simply is just going against the rules, right? The dude took a voluntary knee. That's a knockdown, right? So that's not debatable to me. And it's very hard to make an argument of, oh, he had to make a quick split decision, or because it wasn't just not calling the knockdown. It was allowing Tank to go over to the corner and get his face wiped out, and then still talking to him, and then just that the whole process, right, was just ridiculous to me. I don't know if I have He bent the knee, bro. He bent the knee to Lamar Roach. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And that's all I got, guys. With that said, this is D Stout. I'm out.
11